Hey guys, Mary Meet, and welcome to this episode of Bewitching the Moon. And this is November 28th that I'm filming this, I'm not gonna lie. The new moon is tomorrow. It's tomorrow at 7:18 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so adjust accordingly. And that's gonna bring us to the cold moon, or the long night moon. And the nights are getting longer, as we're heading towards Yule. And also, the energy is just very kind of dark around this time of year. And I think that in celebrating Yule, we kind of combat that, or we try to combat that. We try to spend time with our friends and our family and take away a little bit of that fear of that long night and of survival. Our questions about whether or not we'll survive through the winter. And actually, I wish I had it with me. I have been carrying around a piece of petrified wood, which is a really good stone. Actually, hang on. I'm going to pause and go get that real quick. There you go. Here it is. I don't know how well you can see this, but yeah, this is the piece of petrified wood that I've been carrying. And I gotta be honest, I've been carrying this since the election. Yeah, I'm really scared for our country right now and all the changes that are coming up. So I have been carrying this around to kind of help with that. So anyways, petrified wood, very good for grounding, for fear, for survival-based fears. So this is kind of root chakra grounding, safety kind of stuff. And look at how pretty this piece is. It's nice and heavy and solid, and it just feels good to carry around with me. So anyways, so in the Native American zodiac, we are in the month of the owl. And I don't know about where you guys live, but here in Georgia, we hear a lot of owls around this time of year. So that's very, very accurate for us. In the Celtic tree calendar, we're in the month of Elder. And Elder is very much about going within. It's about examining your life, evaluating your life, deciding what you want to keep from last year and what needs to go, okay? And, I talked a little bit last month about Let Go November, and it's kind of that same sort of thing, and I'm going to get back to that in a minute. It didn't go as well as I had hoped, but I had to, anyways. So we are thinking about the things that we need to let go and the things that we want to bring in for the new year, okay? In the Celtic calendar, Samhain marks the end of the year, beginning of the new year, but we're kind of riding that energy. Depending on whichever calendar you follow, it's all kind of at the end of this year, okay, between Samhain and, the American New Year, or Western New Year, I should say. So we're kind of riding that energy, and it's a good time to go within, okay? So there's kind of like this mixture of energies. There's this going within as the nights get longer and as we start getting a little bit more introspective and we start thinking about ourselves and we stop kind of going outward as much. We stop socializing and doing things like we were in the summer in the warm weather. We start staying home more. We start watching TV. I've been taking a lot of baths. I have fibromyalgia, so I take a lot of hot baths and drink a lot of hot drinks, tea and coffee. I've been really upping my coffee game in a major way, and that's kind of what I do this year. In various years past, I have started knitting again. This is a good knitting time for me, or reading. Very introverted type activities. So, but then we have the holidays. So we are also dealing with our family. We are hanging out with our friends. We have all these activities, all these holiday activities. And again, I think that we really kind of set that up to combat the fear that we have around this time of year. So it's kind of a mixed bag, and a lot of people have trouble around the holidays because they are feeling cut off or feeling, by their own design or by their circumstances. So it can be a really tough time. And a lot of times, a lot of the holiday stuff we're doing, it feels fake. Feels like we're trying too hard. Feels like we're pushing it. And as for me, my energy after the holidays in January, after trying to like push myself to do all these things and try really hard to make the holidays special, in January I crash, and I crash hard. So it's kind of like my cycle. There's some seasonal disorders in there as well, but mostly it's just about trying to push myself to do something that's not necessarily natural for me. So my intention for this moon, and what I'd like to do is record a video every new moon talking about my intention, and also encouraging you to set an intention for this moon cycle. My intention this cycle is to enjoy the holidays. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I'm a Capricorn. I'm a type A Capricorn. I'm very into goals and setting goals and being very goal-oriented. And to prioritize having fun is like medieval torture for me. But the holidays traditionally, I've worked retail, I've worked customer service, a lot of jobs where you just get wrecked during the holidays. And a lot of jobs where you work on Christmas Day, and you work on Yule, and you work on Thanksgiving. And so this year, I'm not doing those things, and I'm trying really hard to make it half happy. I don't know what the crash is going to be like in January. Maybe it won't be bad. I don't know. I always hope that it's not going to be bad. It's usually pretty bad. We're just going to see how it goes. So I'm kind of fighting my introversion, fighting my natural instinct to just nest at this time of year. And actually my husband just set up the lights outside. They look gorgeous. He got the really pretty LED lights. He's setting up the tree right now, so it's kind of awesome. So again, I mentioned that we're in Elder Month, and I wanted to say too, I've got this little cold I've been fighting for weeks. Elderberries, really good for cold and flu symptoms. And actually the elder is interesting because the white flowers of the elder tree represent life, or kind of like the new year coming in. The black berries represent death and the dying of the old year, even though the berries are medicinal. So do what you want with that. So yeah, so last month I started out, my intention was to collect knowledge. I was going to work on my Book of Shadows. Didn't happen so much. I did get a lot of work done, but I didn't do it every day like I had intended to. So my intention turned into Let Go November. And I did a lot. I actually did quite a lot. We got rid of a lot of stuff. We got rid of an old chair. We got rid of a TV. We got rid of bags of stuff. I cleaned out some drawers. I had actually filmed my office, and I was going to have all this like nice and neat. Problem with that is, again, when the cold weather hits, my fibro flares. Like it just happens. So that mixed with some stress in my family. My sister was a little sick, and there was some typical Thanksgiving drama. The stress of all that, I had to let go of Let Go November. And I think that was so meta. It was such a lesson for me to, I get really uptight about these like monthly things that I want to do, these challenges, and, every day of this month I'm going to do this, and that's its own kind of pressure. Even when you're letting go of things, man, you feel like if you haven't let go of something that day, you're just a failure. And I gotta get out of that headset, so I let go of Let Go November. I do intend to keep clearing things out. I intend to have all this like neat behind me at some point. I don't know. It'll happen. It might not happen. Whatever. So, yeah. So fibro kicked my ass. A little bit of depression kicked my ass. I do the best I can. So, yeah. So anyways, that's kind of like the tides that are going on for this year. And Sagittarius moon is good for planning adventures and planning fun and planning exciting new things. So this new moon, this is actually a really good time to make plans and to go and celebrate the holidays and have some fun. And we're going to like a parade on Friday night, like Christmas parade. So lots of fun times this time of year. So go enjoy it. And let me know what your intentions are. I really want to get some conversations started if possible. I do this because I kind of want to connect. I want to find people to connect with, so talk to me. So that's it. Hope you guys have a great new moon. Hope you set some really strong intentions. You know, think about what you want to bring in this time of year. Think about what's important. And that's it. I will see you guys next time. Bye. And I totally forgot. I wanted to show you guys. I got this. For introverting, I should have had it open. This could have been like way more. Okay. For the introverted time, I have gotten a new tarot deck. And I'm not going to include it with my regular Bewitching the Cards readings because I want to work with it. I don't want it to have it like all separated out by suits and everything and ready to go for the videos. I want to work with this. I want to play with this. So it will end up there eventually, but for right now, I've got the Wild Unknown Tarot. I'm very, very excited about this. And I was looking for something in the winter. Again, winter is kind of bleak for me because it's all forced in December, and then in January and February I just fall out. And it's very stark, and it's actually very difficult for me. So I wanted something that would represent kind of that starkness. Yeah, and these images are just, I mean, they're beautiful. Look at how gorgeous that is, but it is very stark. I will probably pair this with, you know, when I do a reading, I do readings on the solstices and equinoxes, I'll probably pair this with something a little bit warmer, a little bit fuzzier, a little bit more comforting. Probably the Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron Reid, because that kind of brings in that warmth. So this is kind of like the cold starkness that you're looking for, or that you experience in winter, whereas that will bring in the warmth. I'm hoping that will soften the message. I have a feeling with this deck that it's not going to pull any punches. It's going to be a little rough, which is very, you know, pretty much right on for this time of year. So, I don't know. I'm just pulling out some cards at this point. So, God, look how pretty that is. Anyways, very excited. The Wild Unknown Tarot. And this is my selfie cam. It's backwards. It's ridiculous. Okay, anyways. Blessed be. Bye-bye.